I've loved ABBA ever since I was like 6 years old, and in today's video we're finally ranking every single ABBA songs. Yes, every single song that's on an album. So let's get straight into it with the worst ABBA song of all time. We've got Susie Hang Around from the Waterloo album, and this song is so stupid. The music's kind of rubbish. It's like a song from the perspective of like 10-year-olds not wanting to hang out with a girl called Susie. It's really weird. I don't even know. It's really bad, and yeah, it really deserves it really deserves 105th. Next, we have The Visitors from The Visitor. It's really weird of a song. I've not got much to say about it, honestly. It's also really long, so very boring. 103rd, we've got I Saw It in the Mirror from the first album. And of course, Ring Ring was just their first album. It was all very jolly. Nothing really special on the album, so a lot of the songs will be quite low down. But yeah, it did what it had to do. So I Saw It in the Mirror is the worst song on the album, in my opinion. Then we've got Like an Angel Passing Through the Room, or My Room, sorry, and this is again from The Visitors. There's a few of these low down, and I don't like this one because it's really boring. I'm sure it's quite nice, but I don't really like the really mellow ones. Like also in 101 we've got The Way Old Friends Do. Really mellow songs there. I do like chill stuff, but it needs to be a bit musically interesting, you know, and I don't find these to be much like that. In 100, we've got the worst song on the Arrival album, and that is Tiger. This song is so corny. I find it just a bit stupid, okay? It's not whatever. It's not that bad, but it's just so corny. I could never see myself actually listening to it. Me and Bobby and Bobby's Brother is in 99th, and again, this was another one of those weird songs from the first album. And you know, they're just the jolly little songs, but they're not actually that good, are they? Because in 98th we've also got People Need Love. That was actually their first single, and it's well, yeah, you can go and listen to it for yourself. In 97th, we've got, really sad that I've had to put this here, we've got The Day Before You Came, because I feel like this was a fan favourite, but it's in 97th for me. So what happened there? Well, okay, let picture this, okay? I'm listening to this song, I know that it's a fan favourite, I've never heard it before, let's see if it's any good. That music's cool. It's a really eerie vibe, you know, I like the vocals, very eerie, I really like how it's going at the moment. So 2 minutes pass and I'm like, it's good. 4 minutes pass, is anything gonna happen yet? And then it's been 6 minutes and nothing's happened, you know, no climax, it's not built up to anything, it's just, you know, describing the daily routine before somebody came. Like, why not tell us what happened when they came? That could have been more interesting than the day before. What I'm trying to say is it's kind of boring. It had a lot of potential, but it just didn't deliver. No build up to anything, no climax, nothing like that. And unfortunately, it's one of the longest ABBA songs as well, 6 minutes it is, or 5:53, and it's just not that good. What About Livingston is in 96, and you can't tell me that the first time you saw this you didn't pronounce it Livingstone. I don't even know where Livingston is. Is Livingston a place? Let's try and find out. Well, I've googled it and it's come up as David Livingstone, which is a Scottish physician, so yeah, there's also a place in Zambia called Livingston, so I'm not sure which of them they're talking about. Not terrible, but yeah, not good. I Am Just a Girl in 95th, another one from Ring Ring. Ode to Freedom is in 94th, and this was their return album Voyage after 50 years or like 40 years or something they'd been away. They made a new album in their 80s, and a lot of people didn't like it. I find it had some really cool songs, but you know, it's just really calm, and when you've got songs like Ode to Freedom and a few coming up that are just really mellow, you can't really rank them that high, but nothing bad. I think it did what it had to do as a return album. Here's Your Brother is in 93rd, Little Things in 92nd, and Arrival, an instrumental, is in 91st. And Arrival was just, you know, a really nice instrumental. It's got nothing to really keep it interesting. Yeah, I don't really know why it's there, but it is quite nice. But yeah, I can't really rank it that high for just a little instrumental. Keep an Eye on Dan is in 90th, and Hey Hey Helen in 89th. That's the worst song from the ABBA album. It's not good, I don't like it. Nina, Pretty Ballerina, 88th, one of those corny songs from Ring Ring. Watch Out in Waterloo was actually really weird. I liked it a bit, but it's so different from their other stuff. I feel like Waterloo had a mix of, you know, ABBA developing their style and also some completely random stuff, as you'll see coming along. But Watch Out, it was kind of cool, but yeah, I'm still ranking it quite low here. Intermezzo number 1 is in 86. This one is another instrumental, but this time it's got much more, actual stuff happening than Arrival. But as instrumentals go, it was just, quite cool. 86. Lovers Live a Little Longer in 85th, the worst song on Voulez-Vous, which I love. This album was basically packed with good songs. There's one song on the entire album that I don't like. One song on the entire album. That's insane. There's not many albums that can do that. One song on the entire album. Yeah, it's Lovers Live a Little Longer. The verses are quite cool, but the chorus just gets on my nerves. Not good. My Mama Said in 84th, another one of those kind of experimental songs on Waterloo. Should I Laugh or Cry in 83rd, another really mellow one which I can't really get behind. Sitting in the Palm Tree in 82nd. I Can Be That Woman, 2 for the Price of 1, Bumblebee and When You Danced With Me. All of them are kind of really mellow songs which I can't rank that high because they're not that interesting. But they do what they have to do, Love Isn't Easy, but it sure is hard enough. That's in 77th, and it's not, again, with a lot of these, it's not terrible, it's just not good. And very corny as well, especially those Ring Ring songs. Man in the Middle is in 76th, and I'll be honest, I don't even remember much about the song, because, by the way I make these lists, I listen to the entire album, every single album, and then I make, a list as I go along, but obviously because I'll have forgotten a few songs, I go back and listen to them all again and reshape the list. So I've only ever listened to a lot of these bottom songs twice, and I don't even remember how Man in the Middle goes. On and On and On is in 75th, and it's actually not too bad, but definitely not that good for me. Next we've got Cassandra, and I had high expectations for this song. I feel like I'd heard about it before listening to it, knew that people liked it, and it didn't deliver that much. It wasn't bad at all, but it wasn't that special either. Hole in Your Soul is in 73rd, the worst song from the album, and this is a weird song. It's quite experimental, or by that I mean different to their normal style. I don't think it really worked that much, but it definitely isn't bad. I Love My Life, and this one's nice, but again too mellow for my liking. And by the way, when I say too mellow, don't just expect the top 10 to be like the most chaotic songs. No, it's just literally when they're really mellow, they're a bit boring for me, unfortunately. Dum Dum Diddle is in 71st. Merry Go Round, one that I actually do like from Ring Ring. In fact, we're getting into songs that I do really like now. Merry Go Round is quite a nice one where Benny sings. I think it's Benny that sings, because in Ring Ring they kind of split the singing between Benny and Agnetha and Annie, I think, and then they did that a bit with Waterloo, a little bit in the third album, and then after that Benny kind of just stopped singing. This is one of the best songs with Benny's singing. By the way, tell me in the comments your favourite ABBA song before we get into my favourites. And also, you might have noticed that the background is different to my usual one. It's wood. I thought, probably be a bit weird if I made, ABBA, the really disco, jolly band, with a metallic, grimy background. I thought, let's just make it wood. Looks a bit more welcoming for ABBA. Anyway, in 69th we've got When All Is Said and Done, and the weirdest ABBA song of all time is in 68th. Can you guess what it is? If you know ABBA, you probably know this song. It's King Kong Song. It's the weirdest song ABBA has ever made, okay? It was on the Waterloo album, so nothing shocking there, but it's basically about watching King Kong while listening to rock and roll. So that's the idea. It's stupid, but I like it. I don't know why I like it. There's no reason for me to like it. I shouldn't like it, but I kind of like it. In 67th, we've got Another Town, Another Train. Really calm song, quite nice, from Ring Ring. I Wonder, Departure is from the album Just an Ocean. Put on Your White Sombrero is in 64th, a really unique song from Super Trooper. She's My Kind of Girl, Under Attack in 62nd. I like this one. Another one that, I'd heard about, had high hopes for, and it delivered more than Cassandra. Cassandra kind of annoyed me a bit. Crazy World is just one of those corny ABBA songs, but it's nice. I like it. And it's very calm, but not boring calm. Love Lies is in 60, and I feel like I liked it more the first time I listened to it, but it's still good, 60th place. Elaine is in 59th. Again, Super Trooper was quite different to their usual style, and so was The Visitors. Elaine was one of those songs where the chorus isn't as good as the verse, which obviously doesn't happen very often at all, but, you know, just going Elaine, Elaine, Elaine for the chorus isn't that interesting, but it's got some really cool parts in that song. Tropical Loveland in 58, No Doubt About It in 57th, one of the more fast-paced songs on the Return album. Kisses of Fire in 56th, and Disillusion in 55, but it's really, really bare bones, like just, it's very, very mellow though. In fact, I don't really know why I liked it so much compared to other mellow songs. Santa Rosa in 54th, really nice, I like it. Don't know why they're singing about Please Take Me Home to Santa Rosa though, they're from Sweden. Andante is in 53rd, I liked it, very calm, but as I said, here you get some of the more calm songs that were actually more interesting than the other ones. Happy New Year in 52nd, and next we've got probably a controversial place here, Fernando in 51st. People like Fernando, it was on ABBA Gold obviously, it was obviously one of their most popular songs, and I didn't like it that much. In fact, let me tell you a quick story. So when I was younger, I had the ABBA Gold album, listened to every single song, and I knew all the lyrics off by heart, but I didn't like Chiquitita and I didn't like Fernando. And then like a few months ago, maybe a bit more, I was like, why don't I even like these songs? So I listened to them both again, and I didn't want to like them. I wanted to keep them as songs that I don't like them, but everybody else does, you know? But I loved Chiquitita, so you'll see where I rank Chiquitita in a bit, but I still didn't really like Fernando, and again, now listening to it, it's not that bad, so I've put it in 51st, so still quite low though. Piper is in 50th, So Long in 49th, Super Trooper in 48th, woo, you weren't ready for that, were you? Another popular, one of their most popular songs of all time, and it's in 48th. I don't really like it, to be honest. I mean, I do like it, obviously. It's in 48th. That's a good position. Dance While the Music Still Goes On. Rock and Roll Band, an underrated one from Ring Ring, in my opinion. I'm Gonna Sing You My Love Song. Quite a nice little love song there. Rock Me in 44th, a really weird song from ABBA. Very different to their usual stuff. I Let the Music Speak in 43rd, and oh, this song's weird, again from The Visitors. I don't know why I like it, but I do. I like it a lot. It's very dramatic, you know, very different to their usual disco stuff on The Visitors. Very dramatic, but I loved it. Bang a Boomerang is in 42nd. Why Did It Have to Be Me? While I'm here, let me just say I'm not including Happy Hawaii because it's basically the demo version of Why Did It Have to Be Me, if that makes sense. I know both are included on the album, but it was stupid to rank them both. I didn't include the medley of Pick a Bale of Cotton, which isn't a bad song, by the way, but it was included on reissues of the ABBA album, but it wasn't on the original, and it's a cover, so, you know, I couldn't really rank it properly. Me and I is in 40th, really nice there. That's Me in 39th, underrated song from Arrival. 38th, we've got Does Your Mother Know? This one's a weird song. The lyrics are very, questionable to say the least, but I hate when a song has questionable lyrics, but it's actually just really good. So it does get 38, mainly because I feel a bit uncomfortable listening to it, but otherwise it's really, really cool. Don't Shut Me Down in 37th, one of the better songs on Voyage. We've got another one of those questionable lyrics here. When I Kissed the Teacher. There's two ABBA songs like that with just weird lyrics, and they're both quite close together, and honestly, it's so good, but it's so weird. Why is it so weird? Come on. 35th is Soldiers, a very unique song on The Visitors. I liked it a lot. Honey Honey, 34th, one of their first big hits, I think. The King Has Lost His Crown in 33rd. I'm a Marionette, If It Wasn't for the Night, One Man, One Woman, As Good As New. I just wanted to say them all really quickly because it happened to, I didn't do this on purpose, but it went voulez-vous, the album, you know. And I'm a Marionette is really weird, very different style to the normal stuff, but it's really, really cool. If It Wasn't for the Night, you know, just classic ABBA. And As Good As New, same goes for that, I'd say. One Man, One Woman's quite a nice song. Now in 28, we've got Dancing Queen. Yes, the most popular ABBA song of all time. You know, basically everybody in the world's heard Dancing Queen, and it's in 28th. I don't like it that much. Well, obviously I do like it. 28th is an amazing place to be on this list, but to say it's the most popular of all time, definitely not one of their best songs of all time. It might be just the fact that it's so overplayed that people start to not like it. You know, the same logic with Wonderwall and Oasis. You know, maybe you want to watch this video to see more about my rankings of Oasis. So anyway, Hasta Mañana in 27th. A really, really calm song from Waterloo, but I liked it a lot. Very nice. One of Us from The Visitors. I like One of Us a lot. It's one of the songs that isn't very much like the other songs on The Visitors. It's more like the old stuff. I could see it going on something like the album instead of The Visitors, but it fits very well there, and I like it a lot. Move On in 25th, very nice there. Our Last Summer in 24th, purely for the guitar solo. If it wasn't for the guitar solo at the end of the song, probably in the 30s, I don't know. Thank You for the Music in 23rd. I've Been Waiting for You is in 22nd, very underrated song there, I like it a lot. One of the best from the ABBA album. I Still Have Faith in You is 21st, and this is the best song on the Voyage album, the Return album, if you will, and I think it's beautiful. Don't care what anybody says that, you know, the Return album was kind of bad. This song is really, really nice. Take a Chance on Me is in 20th. Yes, we're getting into, you know, the proper famous stuff. We're into the top 20 best ABBA songs of all time. So make your guesses on what will be my top 10. Maybe my top 5 was my most favourite. Take a Chance on Me is in 20th. It's, you know, classic ABBA. Money 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 in 19th. I feel like this is another one of their most famous songs. They have a lot of hits, ABBA, and Money 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 is one of those that everybody knows. I don't think it's actually one of their best songs, you know, really, really high up, but it's still great. 19th. Ring Ring in 18th, the best song from Ring Ring, and as I said before, this album, they started with it did everything that it had to do, very corny songs, but Ring Ring is unironically an amazing song. I love it. Voulez-Vous in 17th, it just drags on a bit. It could definitely be higher if it wasn't 5 minutes. I feel like it could have done with just being 3-4 minutes, but it's still, of course, amazing. Mamma Mia in 16th, I think that's their second most popular song. It's in 16th. Summer Night City in 15th, very different style to their other stuff. It worked very well in my opinion. It was really, really good. Knowing Me, Knowing You, I think is the best song on Arrival. Yes, it is, looking at the rest of my list. Knowing Me, Knowing You is a really, really nice song. I like it a lot. Not got much else to say about it, but it's really nice. And same goes for SOS in 13th. A really, really nice little song. I Do in 12th, and this is quite unexpected for some of you probably. It's very upbeat. I do. Yeah, there's 5 of them. I like it. You know, it's very upbeat, very jolly, very happy. You can't not smile when listening to it. It's very nice. Gimme Gimme Gimme, A Man After Midnight is in 11th, one of their most famous, I think the 3rd most famous song, and of course rightfully so, it's a great song. Similar to Voulez-Vous, it does drag on a slight bit, 5 minutes. I feel like it could have done with being again 3-4 minutes, but definitely not a problem. Top 10 time. It's the top 10 time, and in 10th place we've got Angel Eyes. Yes, I feel like this has had a bit of resurgence recently. It became quite a popular audio, and rightfully so. It's an amazing song, very nice. I like it a lot. The Name of the Game is in 9th. I love this song. It's very calm. I'm struggling to describe some of these songs because they're really, really good. In 8th, we've got Head Over Heels, a very unique song. Again, The Visitors was packed with unique songs, and I think this one worked very well. Waterloo in 7th, this was basically the song that made ABBA. You know, they won Eurovision, I think, in 1974, and it was the thing that took off their career. So Waterloo is probably the thing that made ABBA, and I like it a lot. 7th place, rightfully so, that it won the Eurovision. I mean, you know, it's amazing song. It's just so happy, it's so nice, and I don't think it's actually singing about a happy thing, but oh well. Remember earlier when I said that I used to hate Chiquitita? Well, it's in 6th place after I listened to it again, and let me just say, the end of Chiquitita is some of the most beautiful music ABBA has ever made, and I know a lot of the rest of the song is quite chilled, very slow, but the end of that is, you know, while listening to the entire song, I'm just looking forward to the end. That sounds like it's a bad song, but you know what I mean. And the actual song itself is good as well, by the way. 5th, we've got I Have a Dream, one of the most beautiful ABBA songs. It's very calm. It's very nice. Fourth, yeah, you probably forgot about this song. This is Eagle. It's one of the longest ABBA songs ever. It's 5 minutes and 51, you know, on the same level as the Day Before You Came and The Visitors, but this one actually worked compared to them. I like it a lot. It's very unique for them, but definitely worked very well. I like it a lot. Top 3. In third place, we've got Lay All Your Love on Me. It's a generic answer because, you know, it's one of their most famous. I feel like it's also got a bit of resurgence recently, but it's an epic song. It's one of the best pieces of music that ABBA's ever made. Well, obviously it's third. You know, I'm struggling to describe some of these amazing songs. So we're going to move into second place quite swiftly. In second place, we've got The Winner Takes It All. You probably expected that to be number 1, didn't you? Yeah, but no, it's second for me. It's one of those songs that start really calm, and it builds up, and at the end it's just, oh, so nice. It's an epic song. I could definitely understand anybody that says that this is the best song ABBA's ever made. But in my opinion, there's a simpler, less epic song in first place. Do you know it? You probably do. It's Slipping Through My Fingers. I mentioned it a bit earlier. It's the most popular song from the Visitors album, but it is a masterpiece, one of the best songs ever written. The lyrics are really sad, and it goes with the music, which is, you know, very melancholy. Ooh, I'm using my big words now, but no, you know, it's got that vibe to it. It's a beautiful song nonetheless. I love it so much, and to top it all off, it was a great song, but to literally get it to first place was a guitar solo at the end, a perfect wrap up. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. It's honestly one of the best songs ever written, as I said before. Definitely needs more recognition. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you enjoy my content, subscribe. I know ABBA is a bit different to my normal videos, you know, rock music, but I love ABBA. Come on, I needed to do this. And tell me your favourite song in the comments. Goodbye.